your mobile device, just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Now, we're only a week away from Veterans Day, where we get the opportunity to celebrate and honor those who have served, and we have an opportunity to do that in Crystal Springs. The Wall That Heals is headed our way, and joining us today is Sally Garland. She is the former mayor of Crystal Springs, as well as Roger Barrett, a veteran. Welcome, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Well, first, Roger, I'm going to start with you, Mr. Roger. Tell us about this. I think you come with the wall. Tell us about the Wall That Heals. What's its main mission during this time?
Well, no, I don't come with the wall. We're gonna pick the wall up.
Okay.
We're gonna pick the wall up in Brookhaven. We're staging down at Brookhaven at 11 o'clock. We'll have a little briefing, and we'll pull out at 12 going to Crystal Springs. And we're going to turn that Crystal Springs and go by the middle school and the high school and on out to the Ford place. So anybody and everybody that y'all just get on we're going straight up all 51 right through Wesson, Hazelhurst. Y'all just get on the side of the road or in the towns and just wave these boys home.
Sounds like it's going to be a wonderful opportunity to get out and learn some history and pay some respect. Sally, how did this make its way to Crystal Springs? I'm sure there could be many stops along the way for the wall. How did Crystal Springs find itself being one of those stops on the trail?
Well, Rebecca, we had a Vietnam veteran that came to me while I was still mayor and asked, would we like to have the wall here? And this is associated with the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund in Washington. And we applied, and there were 139 applicants, and 30 were chosen all over the United States, and Crystal Springs was chosen as one of them.
Well, that's fantastic.
We actually had another one in Mississippi, down in D'Iberville, but I consider this not just a Crystal Springs thing. This is a central Mississippi thing. The wall is coming, that heals is coming to central Mississippi right here on Veterans Day, and we could not be more honored and thrilled to have it.
Roger, if someone's never made it to see the wall, describe it or how do you describe it for those who may have never seen it? Is it a wall that you describe it?
Well, I went, I don't know how many years ago it was, but I went up there and I really didn't know what to expect. But when I got there, it just, I don't know, you got all kind of emotions. You know, you want to go up there, you don't want to go up there. Finally, you know, you just say, okay, I got to do this. And you go up there, and it's a beautiful place, the way they've got it set up. And they've got little markers and little pads, and you find the name on the wall. They got kind of like an encyclopedia with all the names on it. You just tell them the name, and they look it up, and they go to each panel. You know, from east and west panels are all marked. All the lines are marked. You find your name or your buddy on that particular line, and, you know, scratch his name on the paper, and that just, well, it brings back a lot of memories. But it's an awesome feeling, though, because it's something that a lot of people don't ever get to do. And that's the reason why the walls that heals, just like this one we got coming to Crystal Springs, that's the reason why it's so important to come to these, you know, towns across the country, because there's people out there, they can't go to D.C. and see their son's name on that wall. They don't have the money, but they can come see their name on that wall, and they can do the same thing on this wall that we're going to have in Crystal Springs that they can do on the wall in D.C. And it it brings closure to them. You know, it's awesome. You know, and I know of 3 Mississippi boys on that wall, and there's probably more, but I know of 3. So hopefully their families has already got to see them, but if they don't, they can come down to Crystal Springs and find them down there.
It also sounds, Mr. Roger, Miss Sally, is a great opportunity, a learning opportunity to bring children and extended family too that may have never gotten a chance to meet or only heard stories, or maybe hearing the story for the first time of the impact of what our servicemen and women do when they pay the ultimate sacrifice, or in that respect. Sally, I know that there will be a lot of ceremonies within the time the wall that heals is in Crystal Springs. Walk us through that kind of timeline and what will be going on for a couple of days. People will have a long weekend or so to be able to get out and see the wall.
Yes, the first ceremony will be a welcome home ceremony, and that is going to be Thursday at 6:30. There are several speakers there, and this is a chance for us to welcome home the Vietnam veterans. So we would like to invite your listeners to come out, and if you are a Vietnam veteran, we want to welcome you home. If you are not a Vietnam veteran, come out here and welcome our Vietnam veterans home on the wall and the ones that are still with us.
And I think will there be a few things going on?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, then there's another one that is Agent Orange. This is going to be Friday night at 6:30, and this one is going to be Agent Orange, PTSD, and 22. And Roger is very much interested in this. This one tells you about what's going on with our veterans. Our Vietnam veterans right now, and all veterans. And I would love for Roger to tell a little bit about the 22, if he can.
Yeah, Roger, tell us.
Well, the 22, one is Mission 22, and another one is Vigilant Mission 22. But there's 22 active duty or veterans that commit suicide in the United States every day. That's a hard number, but that's true, and this is facts. So their families, these families and people need to know what these guys are coming from back from overseas now, what they've done been 4 or 5 times. You know, just think about what they've been through and what they've done, and it sometimes it's just hard to get away from. And it just eats at you and eats at you and eats at you. The only hope you got is just that's the only way you can get rid of it. And they go to the VAs, and the VA helps some, but the VA don't do all of it. I know friends that's gone to the VA, ask for help, and they say, well, we can't do nothing for you till Monday, and they commit suicide on Saturday. So it breaks your heart, but that's just the way it is. We've got to, with our country being as good as it is and have the knowledge that we've got, there's got to be some way that we can get to these guys and help them before they commit suicide.
Well, Roger, I think a good way is, as you said, come out, welcome these men and women home and get to know their names. Don't forget their names. Support their families and show them that they're not forgotten too when they come home. Sounds like this is a great opportunity, a good educational opportunity, healing, as you mentioned. Sally, they will be there through Friday, November the 16th, correct? And it's coming
yes.
in. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's going to be there the 13th through the 16th, which is a Sunday. They'll be packing it up and taking it off. We're the last stop on the 2025 tour. So this will be the last stop here. So they'll take it, they'll load it up and take it on to the next location in the afternoon on Sunday. So it's open to the public. Come out on the free and open to the public all day long Thursdays, all 24/7. When we open it up, it will be open 24/7 until Sunday afternoon, and they'll take it on. But Roger says that a lot of veterans, we have volunteers and we have spots for volunteers, and we would like to give you the
well, hang with us. Hang with us, Sally and Roger. We'll have more coming up. App and your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. You can watch us too. We are on that computer, that mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Continuing our conversation with Miss Sally Garland. She's the former mayor of Crystal Springs, and they are welcoming the Wall That Heals a week from today on Veterans Day. Now, Miss Sally, I think we lost Mr. Roger on the conversation, so please make sure you tell him thank you for his service. But you were talking about needing some volunteers, and one thing we didn't say where in Crystal Springs that the wall would be up. So I wanted to make sure that we tied up those ends for you. So where will the wall be, Miss Sally, in Crystal Springs?
It will be right off the exit 72, the North Crystal Springs exit. It was the former Rogel Ford place. So if you get off the exit and head towards Crystal Springs, you're not going to be able to miss it. We're going to line it with flags. You make it to the exit, you'll find that wall. Thank goodness. It's going to be in a great location. So if you come from Jackson or Brookhaven or Vicksburg or anywhere, Georgetown, wherever you're coming from, we hope it'll be easy access there.
Okay, good deal. And then you mentioned, too, maybe some volunteers. I didn't want anyone to miss an opportunity to maybe get involved with the Wall That Heals, that finds its mission super important or maybe impactful. Do you still need volunteers, or were you just saying that there would be volunteers there?
No, we need volunteers, and we would love for someone to sign up. It's easy to do. We have one of two things. Either you can go to our Facebook page and just follow the links there. It's The Wall That Heals CS 2025. That's our Facebook page, and if you'll add The Wall That Heals CS2025.org, you can go to our website and sign up to be a volunteer, get directions on how to come, find out when the ceremonies are going to be. It's going to be wonderful. They're going to play taps every night.
It definitely, Sally, as Mr. Rogers said, I think it's just a wonderful opportunity. I think it's one of those things that you probably don't know how moved you'll be till you're there in front of it, right? You can see pictures of it. You can hear other people's experiences of it. But we've often heard that, too, from folks who travel to D.C. and actually see the wall in its entirety and its full capacity. And I'll have to say, it's hard to explain until you have seen something like that in person. Mm-hmm. And so it just feels like a great opportunity to come out and and share that with your family. You mentioned it's open 24/7. Lights will be on and all those things for folks who want to get out and make the trip.
Yes, and that was another thing when we were talking about the volunteers. We'll need some people to volunteer in the middle of the night. And Roger tells a moving story where a lot of Vietnam veterans like to come in the middle of the night, when there's not a lot of people there, and just go find their buddy's name and just sit down there with them. And so they'll come all hours of the night, and we'll have someone there for them.
Well, I think again, it's wonderful that you put in for this. How many years ago was this in the making, Sally?
We put in for it about a year and a half ago, and so it's been quite something getting ready for it. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund organization, they're good at this. So they give you exact details of what to do. They will not allow you to deviate from what they're doing. They want you to have a wall experience. So they've been very helpful on guiding us through this and helping us to make this experience really good. And I hope it is, and I hope everyone comes out for it.
I feel like we'll get the word out, and absolutely people will take advantage of that, Sally. And so I appreciate your time and bringing the wall to Mississippi, and hope folks are encouraged to get out and take this opportunity up.
Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate it.
All righty. There you go. What a cool opportunity, too, I think, for younger kids, especially children of my age or even grandchildren who may have heard of the Vietnam War, not sure which way to go, but don't really recognize the impact in the way that a wall or something of that